Welcome to Smack This, the unofficial Godsmack podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things Godsmack. This is episode 30 this week. I'm calling it Unreleased and Bonus Tracks. Uh, this week in Godsmack news, there was quite a lot of it. The band announced to pre order the new album, Lighting Up the Sky, signed copies by the band themselves. It was on first at Newberry Comics. Uh, Less than an hour later, all of it sold out. Then Le Noise, L-E, Noise, in Canada, again, sold out. Also, JPC, which is a German retailer, uh, sold out less than an hour, all of it. So that's fantastic. I think that's great because that shows people are really ready for this new Godsmack album. Plus, they were all autographed. So I tried to get my hands on a copy. Yeah, like I said, less than an hour, it was gone. Um, then they also reminded fans that this past Friday, to get your tickets for the U Festival in Phoenix, Arizona, that's the letter U in Phoenix, as well as the Sonic Temple Festival in Columbus, Ohio. And they reminded fans to check out Godsmack.com for the tour dates so far, and also check out the shop to pre-order the new Godsmack Lighting Up the Sky t-shirts. Then yesterday, they announced another show on May the 4th in Denver, Colorado, part of the 107.9 Birthday Bash. They are the headliners of this show, along with Fame on Fire, Bad Omens, and I Prevail will be the show openers, and then Godsmack's the headlining act. That's it in Godsmack news. Again, I think that's fantastic. Like I said last week, I kind of figured that this is the approach that they're going to do. They done this during the Horsepower Tour and the When Legends Rise Tour. They played a lot of these little festival things. They kind of get warmed up and ready to go before they went on a headlining tour of their own in arenas. So, yeah, I mean, it worked the last two albums, as they call them, album cycles. So, I mean, why not? Just keep it going. Alright, so this is episode 30. Bonus tracks and unreleased. Um, I thought I'd give a shout out to some of these bonus tracks or unreleased tracks because they're kind of cool to see, uh, kind of hard to find, although you can listen to them on YouTube like I did. Not all of them, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But there are all kinds of places that all these bonus tracks came from, such as Japan, the UK, iTunes, Best Buy, Target. They all had uh, bonus tracks on certain albums, and I'll get to that here in a minute. In fact, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first album, there was two bonus tracks on the Japanese version of the first album, Going Down and Bad Magic, which they both ended up on the Awake album, but all the Japanese fans got to hear it a little bit earlier. I'm not really going to talk about those two songs because I've talked about those two songs on the Awake episode, which is episode 4. So if you want to hear me talk about Going Down and Bad Magic, check out episode 4. So then that leads us to the Awake album, the second album. It also had two bonus tracks, Japanese versions. One of them of the songs is called Why. It's also on the Any Given Sunday soundtrack as well. So I am going to talk a little bit about this song. This song just kicks right in. Sully's vocals are amazing. It's a great groove in it. Really dark sounding, but in a great way. It's I could see it easily fitting the Awake album. Uh, why they leave it off, I don't know. So, but yeah, it's a great song. Check it out. It is on YouTube. So type in Godsmack and then Why, and yeah, check out that song. The other bonus track on the Japanese version was a cover song called Sweet Leaf. It's a Black Sabbath song. It's also on another album. It's on Nativity in Black Part 2, which is a tribute album to Black Sabbath. Um, Sweet Leaf, I'm going to talk a little bit about this one. This is one of the few songs that I really like by Black Sabbath. So yeah, I was really cool to hear Godsmack put a spin on it. Starts off with some talking in the background and then this repeating cough because Sweet Leaf means a little doobie for my brothers. Um, and then it just kicks in. It's absolutely awesome. They did a great cover of it with a little bit of a Godsmack touch to it. It sounds really amazing. I actually like this version better, not just because it's Godsmack, but if somebody played me this version, I think I like this one a whole lot better. So we're going to go to the third album, and that is Faceless. Now it has two bonus tracks, but this time it's in the UK. Keep Away, the live version, and Awake, the live version. Again, I'm not really going to talk about those songs because I've talked about those songs a lot before in past episodes. So, on the Other Side EP, they didn't put any kind of bonus tracks on those. So we're going to go straight ahead to Godsmack 4. Godsmack 4 actually has 3 songs um, on 3 different formats. So we'll go with the iTunes has a bonus track, and it's I Stand Alone Live. Again, I'm not really going to talk about that song because I've talked about it a lot. Uh, and then the Best Buy had a version, a bonus track, and it was called Safe and Sound. Great guitar riff. Then it comes in with the top box. This one's so good. I really like this one a lot. Haunting singing, great lyrics, all the way around a fantastic song. I think this song absolutely kicks butt, to put it so kids can watch this show. So, and then we're going to go to another bonus track on another format. So this is being number 3, and it is a Target exclusive bonus track, and it is called I Thought. It starts off with this great guitar riff. This one is fantastic, has a fantastic groove in it. Shannon's drumming is amazing on this song. This song all around is amazing. Great singing and lyrics, fantastic guitar solo by Tony. Again, this song is so good. So check this one out as well. And then we go to, they didn't put anything bonus on the Greatest Hits album, so we'll go forward to the Oracle album. If you get the deluxe version, it has Whiskey Hangover, I Blame You, and iTunes had The Departed. Again, I'm not really going to go through those 3 songs. I've talked about them before. So if you want to watch the Oracle episode, that is episode number 11. So check that one out if you want to hear me talk about these bonus tracks. So we're going to go ahead to the next album, and that is 1000 Horsepower. This one had 1 bonus track on it. It's a Best Buy version. if you got it from Best Buy. The song is called Life is Good. This one starts off with this heavy guitar riff, and then it begins. It's absolutely amazing. Sully has this almost this attitude, the way he sings. It's absolutely fantastic. Lyrics are great, very catchy chorus, awesome drumming by Shannon, great guitar solo by Tony. It almost kind of sounds a top box sound to it. It's really good. And then at the end of the song, Sully says, "Well, there you go," and there's some kind of clapping and crowd noise in it, like they played it in front of somebody or a bunch of people in the studio. Again, great song. I like this one a lot. Why did this one not make 1,000 horsepower? I'm really not sure. Uh, yeah, this was fantastic. So I'm actually going to go a little bit extra on you. Well, let me back up real fast. When Legends Rise was the last album before this new one comes out, Lighting Up the Sky, there was no bonus tracks that they put on it. So there's the end of that part of the albums. But so, like I said, I'm going to go a little extra. This one actually comes off Madden 2006 video game. Uh, the song is called Bring It On. Just kicks right in. Awesome song. This great guitar churning sound going through it. Excellent singing. Has this middle break in it where Sully says, "Bring it on, son." So you kind of get that little football feel to it. It almost kind of makes me wonder if they wrote this song for Madden. Um, Although, I will say this, the vibe of the song, the sounding of the song, uh, music-wise, sounds a lot of the Awake album. So it kind of makes me wonder if this is an older song and maybe Sully rewrote some of the lyrics. I don't know. Maybe they waited on Shannon to play on it. Who knows? But yeah, check that one out. It's actually really good. I liked it a lot. Okay, so homework this week. Uh, Again, check out these songs if you haven't heard them before. Tell me what you think. Write me a comment down below. I do answer back. Um, and that's it for this week. This week's a little bit of a short episode. Next week is episode 31. I'm calling it guest appearances. Sully's done some on some songs on other bands or other artists. Shannon has as well. So we're going to talk about that next week. That's going to be really interesting to talk about and some of the songs that they were on. Again, that's it for this week. If you know anybody that's Godsmack fan, likes to talk about Godsmack, hear about Godsmack, send them this way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Send them the link. Tell them to go on YouTube, type in Smack This, and it'll all pop up. Tell them to Google Firefox, same thing, Smack This, the Unofficial, and it'll all pop up. Again, that's it for this week. I want to thank everybody who viewed last week's episode. I really appreciate that. And we're going to keep this ball rolling. Episode 31 next week, next Thursday. So, you just got smacked.